Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. I am Sandy with Mimi's Frugal Life, and I have at least one idea for you today. If you are a Mimi or a Grammy or a Nonna or a Nene or whatever your grandchildren call you, I have a good idea for you. And I also have a favorite prepper item. I'm going to get into this first. My favorite prepper item is this shelf stable milk that I got from the Dollar Tree. I have several of them and I didn't know if I was ever going to use them. And then over the holiday, I was making a trifle and I was making some pudding, and the milk that I get from my milk delivery is like the same price as milk in the store. And I get delivery every other week to cut down on the cost. But because that's my luxury, that's what I like. But I didn't want to use all that milk in my pudding and then not have any fresh milk to drink and for cereal and things. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try this. I tried it in one package of pudding, and I said, if it has an off taste or something, I won't use it. I used it to make the pudding. I used instant pudding, and on the box of the instant pudding, it always says to use 2 cups of cold milk. Okay. This was room temperature because it's a shelf stable milk. And when I used this, I was whisking up the pudding and it thickened up in no time. It's like literally a minute or two. And I did an experiment. I put the rest of it in the refrigerator, and the next day tried doing it when it was ice cold, and it took a little bit longer. So the moral of the story is this is my favorite prep. You can't tell the difference when you're baking or cooking with it. If you're drinking it, there might be a different taste to it. But when you make pudding with this, it thickens up really quick. I don't know why. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. But maybe that's something my granddaughter can look up, one of them, and find out why this milk thickens up your pudding a lot faster than cold milk. Okay, so that's number one. Now, number two, a lot of grandmothers nowadays or grandparents are watching and have a very active role in their grandchildren's lives. And I am blessed to have 2 granddaughters, and I've been a big part of their life and very, very involved since day one. And I like having fun with them. Yeah, I like playing with their toys and everything, but sometimes you just got to be goofy, or sometimes they just don't want to play with their toys, but you know that they want to be occupied. So one day, I'm sitting there and I'm like, what am I going to do with these kids? I had a few of these. Well, I had one actually. And I'm saying to myself, this looks like a bowling pin. Like, really? So, silly me, I put this on the floor and I got a ball of aluminum foil and I rolled it up. It was actually bigger than this. And I had my granddaughter sit there and she was bowling. She was knocking it down. And it was a lot of fun. It kept her busy. She just kept, because it's something new and it's just so simple. When you think about it, children are simple. We make everything complicated. We make the babysitting complicated. We make playtime and this time and that time. It's all complicated because we indulge in too much stuff for them. They'd rather have your time and your ideas than stuff. I mean, I'm not saying my grandkids didn't have any toys here. They still do. But it's just something, it's a nice diversion. So what I did was over a couple of months at that point, this was several years ago, I saved up a bunch of them. And one day I said to her, we're really going to go bowling today. And I had set them up like I would bowling pins at a bowling alley. And I had a nice big ball of foil. And all she did was bowl and bowl. She bowled all day long. She had a blast with something that I was going to just throw into the trash. Now, yes, she loves her Barbies and her new generation dolls and all that other stuff. They both loved their toys. But this was just a nice diversion. I don't know if it's because Mimi thought of it. Maybe it was a combination of both, but they had a lot of fun. And then I was thinking, okay, well, suppose they like these, but they're tired of bowling. Okay, well, this is what I came up with. I would get, if I were you, maybe like a hanger or something long and skinny. Put a string on the end of it, okay, and a magnet. Put some paper clips in here. Let them go fishing. I know it sounds so silly, but some of these things I got from my mom, and my daughter and my nephews and my niece really enjoyed coming here. They had Mimi, or Auntie, and they had Grammy taking care of them, and we always came up with these little things to divert their attention. So I was just thinking they could also go fishing with it. You could also put some blue food coloring, maybe take the label off, put some fish stickers on it if you want. And if you have a little boy or something and you don't know what to do with them, you can go, hey, you want to go fishing? And I think they'd really have a lot of fun. So that is my Mimi tip for the day. And there's only one more thing I have to say about being a grandparent is you get to enjoy your grandchildren. You get to indulge in special time and special events with them that cannot ever be duplicated or bought in a store. You can't buy the time that we're spending with our grandchildren. Grandparenting has changed tremendously, and grandparenting has pulled me through some of the darkest times of my life, knowing that I had my granddaughters. So if you are a grandparent and you're playing with your kids, your grandkids, get on the floor with them. They're your babies. Get into it. Get your hands dirty, finger paint with them, do all silly stuff. Take them for a walk, nice and quiet. Just have a nice talk with them about anything. And they remember everything we tell them because we're grandparents. So I hope that everyone would maybe like my idea. Let me know. I have another one coming up too. But just enjoy the time with the grandchildren. It goes by very, very fast. But instill some biblical principles into them and some Bible time and special things like that. And grandparenting is just as important as parenting. And the Bible says, raise a child in the way that he shall go. And when he is older, he will not depart from it. So I will leave you with that. And I just hope that everyone has a great day today. Let me know if you've ever done anything really silly with your grandchildren. I got tons of things I've done with mine. So we'll come back, okay? All right, everyone, have a great day. God bless.